of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Brady.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 41, Allen. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Caleb Wilson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Brady now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Sheds off the tackle. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Extra point put through by Succop.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first down is Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Check 50.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And that last throw, folks, one to remember. That moves him past Peyton Manning's mark of 5,477 yards thrown for in 2012. So this is the all-time record now for yards passing in a single season.
Cue the confetti, right? And knowing him, you know he'll pass the credit along to his receivers, his offensive line, his coaching staff. But let's face it, we have to acknowledge what a season he's had, and that can't be denied.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Bucs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Brady now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 23, lead now. Check 3, check 3.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Mike 12. Mike 12.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. One receiver to the left is Evans.
That's trash. That's trash. Mike 12. Mike 12. All day, baby. All day. Kill.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Don't be scared of it. Out. Mike 12. Mike 12.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mike 12. Mike 12. Come on. You better bring it.
Throwing now is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
You can't block me.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Allen's throw is complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On first down, Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. After the sack on first down, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Allen off the play fake. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All deck and reload. 35 to Mike. 72.
Brady to throw again. Touchdown. That's caught. Scotty Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Right there, 54, right there.
On first down, Allen escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this will be caught by Mooney. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
35's the mic.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. From the 41, Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, it's Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Allen's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Allen now on first down. Flush to his right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Don't get nervous. 49, check 49, check 49. Go, go.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 66.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
I got you. I got you.
Alpha.
Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
35's the mic. You remember me? You remember me?
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the way. Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got 4.
Hey, Alabama, Alabama.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Time to go, night.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
35's the mic.
Now Brady got to have this one. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Now Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 50. Here I come.
Jones again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Ooh, Knox with a nice catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Here we go.
Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Man, I got you.
Check 13.
Now Brady again. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch.
1st and 10.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He's at the 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And bulldozing his way through. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No gain on this defense. Regular.
There, right there. 54 Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Motion.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Focus, defense, focus. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
40's Mike. Rip.
And here's Jones again on second down.
Go. Run.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give to Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The give is to Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Watch the pass.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.
And this is caught at the 20.
One play at a time.
Touchdown.
Here we go.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.